I started the record because I liked that advice. It was just do whatever they said to do.
Okay.
So like anytime you want to do something, just do whatever they said to do.
That's true.
Don't trust your
Don't
gut.
overthink.
Don't do what you want to do. Do what others tell
Somebody
you
else
to do.
Yeah, let somebody else do the thinking and you do the acting.
Okay.
Sometimes you should do that.
What should I do right now, guys? I need a
You should talk on this podcast and be entertaining.
Yeah.
So did you guys all? So we all watched Sinners, correct?
Yes.
Because the main focal point of this podcast is the movie Sinners, which is now on Max, HBO
Max officially
is it
tomorrow.
Max or is it
officially
HBO?
tomorrow.
Okay.
Yeah.
What's
As in
your
tell you
guys'
my-
favorite? HBO, HBO Max, and Max.
I liked Max. I thought it was. I feel like I knew what they were going.
That's hipster.
Wrong.
No one liked Max.
Max is fine. It's easy to say.
You liked Max
I liked
with
HBO.
the purple background or pink background or whatever the hell that was.
I don't
and
know
then it
what
went to
color.
Black.
Yeah.
Do you guys remember HBO Go?
Oh, I
Yes.
forgot about that.
And
So
then
it was
there's HBO Now.
Okay, that is true. But then they still always had the HBO channel. The
Mhm.
only correct answer is just calling it HBO.
But it's not just HBO. So I'm so in
I
the
like
industry.
HBO Max, I think, the best.
HBO is a completely separate thing than HBO Max
But why?
because Warner Brothers bought HBO.
I don't want an actual answer here.
Okay.
When you see a cop, Warner Brother.
I'm too in the industry to like. I understand.
That's so
that.
cool.
No, it sounds annoying. It's really pretentious. Okay, well,
He's in
Well,
the streaming network name industry.
all right. Well, since we're talking about my pretension, my first topic that I did want to ask you guys about, it was going around on Reddit this week. It came up on my feed. What?
Sorry, I have this like
We're
weird
worried about
curly-
Dennis's curly Q.
He has a curly Q. What a way to describe it. He's look. All right, so in
I
his
look
widow,
like big boy.
in his widow's peak area, he has like kind of like a wavy hair, and he described it as a curly Q.
Yeah, it's one piece of hair, unimportant.
Like Tommy Pickles, kind of.
Yeah.
Just like. Okay. All right. So on Reddit recently, this video came up on my feed, and I'm curious if it came up on your guys's too. But it's this former SNL writer, Simon Rich. And he is a born and raised New Yorker. His dad was like a famous Broadway critic in New York City. And he was on Neil Brennan's podcast recently, just talking about his experience going to Harvard. Did you guys see that?
No.
Oh, it was. I only watched. I mean, a 12-minute clip, but it was absolutely fascinating because he gives the tea on what it's like to go to Harvard, and he's like, there is a literal Z list. It's a group of guys who are just so dumb that they should not have gotten into Harvard, but their parents are so rich that like a building's named after them, and they get to go, and they have their own curriculum. Like they're not playing by everybody else's Harvard. Like no, like they have to do this unique thing every first year where before going to Harvard, they have to go to a third world country and just like build wells or whatever, dig for water, just to like for some kind of grounding. Like they can't just go to Harvard and think that like they got in. Like they have to understand a little bit of how the world works.
Is Harvard a school that lets in people more based on their story, or is it strictly academics?
It's 100% neither.
Okay.
I was gonna say that didn't
explain
sound...
no more.
Yeah, you actually don't need grades at all.
It's
okay.
It's actually a zoo.
It's a lottery.
Oh, you thought I was talking about the college?
It's just a lottery. You just put your name in a hat. No, so he was basically saying that it's like 50% are just the smartest people at good schools. And then the other 50% is like people who are like kind of smart, but their parents have a ton of money. And he's saying there was like 3 groups that he kind of mentioned. Like he went to a good prep school, was like an average student, has like a family name, got into Harvard. And then he compared, like somebody asked like who the most powerful person on the planet was. And he said Zuckerberg. And he was like, Zuckerberg was not going into Harvard as some kind of genius. He was just somebody who got really good grades at some fancy prep school, went to Harvard and did something with it. And he's like, the smartest people at Harvard, you don't even see them. They're building fucking particle accelerators in like in some lab somewhere. Like there are literally the smartest people there, but the general population is either kind of smart and from an affluent family or really dumb and from a super rich family.
So is any schooling going on? Sounds
I
like you just separate where all the people go and like, hey man, you're going to Africa. You're going to build particle accelerators. Maybe it's the middle. The middle has to do actual school.
I do think, yeah,
Improve
most people have to, because I also listened to Colin Jost's book, and he was a Harvard kid, and he talked a lot about it. Yeah, I think it's still like a really hard curriculum. Like I went to OU and I went to Ohio State, and I can say OSU is so much harder than OU was.
OU is pretty hard. I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
And I'm saying this as a communications degree graduate. Like I didn't even have to. I took some of the smart classes at OSU, and I had to drop them and take history of movies or whatever because I couldn't handle them.
I took the easiest classes at OU,
too.
I think, out of anyone. And I
You
graduated.
graduated. I was gonna say you
accident.
graduated early.
Yeah, because I remember following. Every class I took meant something, and so that was the main thing. And there were so easy ones. I feel like.
And Dennis, I would go and rate my professor like at the beginning of a
yeah.
quarter or semester, and I would look for the easiest class.
Easy, like
Yeah.
doesn't
Yeah.
grade anything.
Yeah.
That's the thing that did suck about college is sometimes you get those really, really hard classes that would take up 95% of your time, and all the other classes like were so easy.
And the worst is there's another teacher teaching that exact same one, but it conflicted with your other classes, and that one was super easy, but for some reason you got this strict teacher
Yeah.
that makes it really hard, and it just isn't fair.
I remember I had a guy. I don't remember the name of the class. The only thing I remember though is he made us learn every country and where it was
I dropped
located.
that class. Me and you were in that same class together actually, and the first one was to memorize all the countries in Africa, the mountain
Yeah.
ranges, and the rivers. And
Yeah.
Dennis, I know how that class ended up, and I shouldn't have dropped out, but he'd call on people randomly in class, and he'd ask them a question, what does this mean? And they'd say, I don't know. And he says, yes, you do. What does it mean? And then he'd break down the word and like make them explain
I
what
love
he's
this
talking
guy.
about.
He sounds like such a
Yeah.
great professor.
And then the first test was hard, and I did really good on it, but I was like, I can't handle this the entire semester. So I dropped out, and then found out that I shouldn't have, because Dennis can finish the story here.
I actually I completely forgot. I have no idea
Really?
where the story goes.
So-
I'm on the edge of my seat.
so it was kind of it was weighted off of your progress throughout his class.
Oh,
yeah.
amazing.
Okay,
Amazing.
I do remember
So
that.
even if you did poorly on the first one, but you got better, is what your actual grade was. And I don't know. Sounds like he actually made you learn. He did a good job of being
That
a
guy
professor.
sounds amazing. He sounds
He
like
was-
such a good professor.
Yeah, he made it really hard up front, I feel like, and then it was a lot better once you got through all that. Or maybe you just kind of adapted to it. But yeah, that class was the hardest class I think I ever took in
I knew
college.
all the countries in Africa for like a year.
Yeah.
And all the mountain range, I was like, I know where all of that shit is.
Yeah.
I do not remember any of them. I mean, I remember some, but
The worst was when so I remember I used to like kind of finagle all my classes to try to get the easiest ones. And I ended up taking this art criticism class at OSU. And like, you know, you just hear that and you think it's a no-brainer, like easy A.
Mm-hmm.
And the only, like, when I look back in college, the only times I remember having to stay up and pull all-nighters for a class was for this art criticism class, which is like crazy because they literally just made you memorize everything. Like I can recall staying up till 8 in the morning, taking that test, and then going to like get donuts afterwards by myself, which for an art criticism class.
I thought you were going to say something that you learned in the class.
Oh,
When you
no,
said,
I-
I can recall. But
No,
it's
I
the
remember-
donuts after. Okay.
It was all like, is this 19th century impressionism? And I just don't remember any of it. None of it.
that was the best feeling. As soon as that test was over, all that work that you put into it,
You had to
"Oh my
memorize
God,
so
fucking
much
free."
shit. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, Dennis.
Yeah.
Speaking of art, you have some conflict with kids movies, right?
Yeah, kind of. Well, I always debate in my head what age my kids should see a movie, or like what kind of movies my kids should watch. Because for some reason, I want to show them Terminator, but I'm like, they're way too young for that. I don't know why. Terminator 2, because I feel like as a kid, that movie was so cool. It was
Do
like
you
the
want them to
coolest movie.
skip the first Terminator?
Yeah, I mean, how many times have you seen the first Terminator compared to Terminator 2?
I feel like I've seen each of them 2 times.
Ooh, I got a new business idea.
Okay.
A way
Wow.
to
He's gonna invent a robot that can kill everyone.
Rate movies, because a lot of the movies in the 90s and all that were like they'd say it's PG or PG-13 and there's like
Yeah.
tits in it. If you could re-rate all the movies or enter in what you're okay with and not okay with, and then it just tells you that you're okay to watch that with your kids.
Yeah, and I think there is a site that does that. Where you check a bunch of categories like I don't want violence, smoking, blah blah blah, and it can find all the movies. But I don't use that. I just kind of go off my gut.
But so what exactly are you worried about? Like just that they're going to be like hear a swear word and just repeat it for the next 2 weeks, or that they're generally going to be like traumatized from it?
I think one, it's they're gonna have nightmares about whatever I watch. Because I did show Freddie Jaws. He was really into Jaws, and I'm like, "Do you want to see the real Jaws?"
How was he into Jaws before he knew what Jaws was?
Because he like knew what the shark was, and he knew the fiercest shark was Jaws, and he was like into like the fiercest shark. And so I said, "Do you want to see the real Jaws?" And then I forget at the beginning of Jaws, if you remember, it's on a beach like in twilight, and there's a girl there, like, and she's going skinny dipping with a guy, and she's
I didn't
like
running
running
it was skinny
and like,
dipping,
and she's taking off her shirt and she's running to the water, and I'm like, oh wow, I completely I'm watching this. This is like 2 years ago. I showed Freddie this. I'm watching this with like a 4-year-old. Maybe this isn't good. And I felt more nervous about that part where you can kind of see the silhouette of her boob than when the shark started eating her. So what does that say about society?
So what was his reaction?
Oh, he started shaking, and
really
he didn't want to watch it because the shark was eating the lady, and it was like real life. It wasn't fucking baby shark.
Started
real
shaking,
life.
Though.
I feel like such a dumb movie to show a kid, because then you just have to worry about water all the time. Is he afraid to take a shower or a bath
and swimming in the ocean? I had to always tell him there's no sharks. This is
a lake.
A lake. Yeah.
So do kids just not have like the perception of that is a screen with fiction on it?
No, do you remember being a kid?
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say, Kevin. Don't you remember shit scared you? It didn't matter if you knew it was fake or a movie. It's like this could happen.
I feel like I was so sheltered in that, like I did not watch rated R movies until I was 16 or 17.
Oh, I watched a lot. Like my sister would always watch, I Know What You Did Last Summer. And I was probably
sequel coming out.
When that came about, I was probably 9 or 10, and like movies like that. And I would sleep with the light on sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
No, I just don't think I had that experience. Like I would occasionally like get to watch like a PG-13 comedy or something when I was a little too young, but I did not watch rated R movies or horror movies specifically.
I remember my dad would read the I'd probably be like 12, 13, and he would read the paper and figure out why it was rated R, and if there's no nudity or sex stuff, then we could go see it. Violence was okay.
It's an interesting parenting method. So he just like draws the line at sexual stuff.
Which I feel like is more uncomfortable than watching like a guy's head blown off.
No, that's for
two people have sex next to your.
That's just for his own sake. Like he wasn't worried about traumatizing you. He just didn't want to explain the sex stuff to you.
Yeah. So, but I was talking to someone over the 4th of July weekend. I'm not gonna name him. Or they were saying they showed their 5-year-old Home Alone, and they're like, I didn't realize how bad of a movie that was for kids to watch. And I'm like,
what?
Home Alone doesn't even cross my radar. It's basically like a cartoon.
That's a movie you're good to like watch since the moment you're born.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I watched that with buddy before he was 5 and didn't think twice about it.
No, I guess there's violence and there's like
Dennis's son, it changed his freaking life. All he cares about is skeletons because of the
Oh,
one
yeah.
scene where he gets electrocuted.
yeah, he gets electric. He loves that.
I mean, everyone as a kid loved that.
That was
the
so
best
cool.
scene. Yeah.
You know what movie I was trying to find the other day? With the guy from Home Alone. I don't know if you guys remember this movie. Fuck, I'm gonna forget the name right now. Oh shit.
With Joe Pesci,
No, the other guy.
Macaulay Culkin,
And I remember watching, and I loved this movie as a kid, and
Donald
I cannot
Trump.
find it streaming anywhere. It's Daniel Stern, the not the Joe Pesci bad guy, the other guy.
Yeah, I know that. I know the guy.
The movie Bushwhacked. Do you remember that movie?
No.
I feel
Where
like you've brought it up before, and I've never seen it.
I brought it up.
Yeah,
Really?
When?
someone brought it up. I don't know. Someone's brought this movie up, or it sounds familiar.
Let me share my screen. Bushwhacked, where he's like, he basically plays the same character as Home Alone, but he finds this like Cub Scout group and takes them under their wing. Do you remember this movie?
That's
No.
better than what I thought he was going to do to him.
I think this is one of your movies, Dennis. Like, I don't think this is a common childhood thing.
Okay, I can't find it streaming anywhere. I was trying to show, like, that seems like a good movie to show my kids.
My version of this is you remember Man of the House with Jonathan Taylor Thomas and
Yes.
Chevy Chase?
Actually, I watched that at Bob McAvoy's house once.
You're way
Can't
too
give him
old
2
for
days
that.
of airtime. You kidding me? Did you bleep it on the last one?
No, I
Kevin?
didn't.
No,
Oh.
someone texted me about it.
Oh crap! What about Katie Peterlin? Did you block her name?
I definitely did not.
Oh crap, Kevin!
I feel like she got cut. I think she got cut for.
No.
All right, now you
Sounds
gotta
like
cut
you
this.
you wanted that to be in there for fun.
I think she got cut. I think Bob got to
She's
say.
on the cutting room floor.
Shit, I had something to say. Oh,
Who
no, but
texted you? Wait, no, then we're gonna drop more names.
too many sources.
Did you send a screenshot? Is that what I missed?
Yeah.
I saw this. Okay.
I remember that.
Okay. Go
Okay.
on.
All right. So what I was going to say is, though, I do feel like the children of the next generation are missing out on certain like movie watching experience, which I had a ton of. The Comedy Central like 3 p.m. to 4 p.m. movie that was always on when you got home from school. Like
that movie.
It was
Okay.
always
Yeah.
Saving Silverman.
Yeah, it was always like Saving
Yeah.
Silverman or like American Pie Beta House or
Yeah, think about. You're right, because kids now, if they're gonna watch that movie, they're not watching the made-for-TV edited version. They're watching the full uncensored swearing. Where if your mom walked in, she'd be like, "What are you watching?" Compared to you're watching on Comedy Central, everything's like censored already.
Yeah.
You don't have to
That
worry
That
about.
didn't matter
that
for my
stuff.
parents. They
Yeah.
heard bleeping and they're like, "Turn that trash off." I'd be like, "It's bleeped," and they're like, "Yeah, but they're saying something. That's how I know it's trash." I was like, "I can't do anything in this house."
In my experience,
It's
so
a
like
prison.
those movies were so influential on my life and
On my life.
on my life
Fuck,
on my life.
On my
Um,
lives.
But like I think about these movies once a week that I would watch when I got home from school, and it was always like another one is a great one that holds up is what's the David Wayne summer camp movie?
Major
my-
Pain.
No, God, you're so you're like David Wayne.
Oh,
not the But Major Payne was another one. What's that movie? They just did a Netflix series.
Wet Hot American Summer.
Wet Hot American Summer. But like these movies had such an impact on me, and I didn't choose those movies. I would just tune into Comedy Central at 2:00 or 3:00, and like everything that the kids watch now, like they actively choose it.
Yeah.
Unless you consider like the YouTube algorithm feeding it to them as kind of somebody else choosing it for them, but it just was.
It's so different compared to you watch TBS. I would watch that a lot after school, and it would be like Seinfeld, King of Queens, sometimes Married with Children. Like I would never pick those shows. You know? They just happen to come on, and so
yeah, you take what you're given. It's your dog food. Like you're just used to eating what they give you. These kids are going to
become classics.
Yeah, these kids are going to be so emboldened. Just because they always. Oh, and what are you thinking about over there?
I feel like Dennis is looking at me and like judging, and I'm like, I am so fucking tired.
Wow,
So I
I'm
thought
not
he
looking at you at all.
So I was like trying to hide my smile and trying to act like I'm not tired.
Okay, I can get you revitalized.
Why are you so tired?
I can get you revitalized.
There's a lot
Owen,
going on.
can you take your hat off?
Okay. Well, here's the thing. I did have my hat on before we started, or hat off before we started recording, because I felt confident that I could have my hat off because I felt like my hair looked fine because I've been using Rogaine.
Have you really?
I have never wanted to use Rogaine because I've only heard that once you start it, you just have to keep going, or it just falls out. It just falls out again. So it's a lifelong commitment. And then I always thought that it was going to be riddled with a bunch of side effects.
Not Rogaine.
So I thought that
Rogaine is purely just like putting on aloe or like.
Yeah, and I haven't noticed anything, not even an itchy scalp.
No,
so
yeah, I think it's purely.
Have you gotten any hair from it?
It takes months. It takes like a month or two to start seeing results. It's been 2 weeks.
Oh, wow.
So I am a fan, I think. And I'm like, this is just like washing your hair or having to soap max.
How are you putting it on? Are you using the topical creamy stuff?
It's the foam.
Okay, the foam. I used to use the drops.
Oh, it worked really well for you, huh?
Yeah.
You look good.
That was mean, dude.
I'm sorry.
But no, I remember because it was 2013. I was living in New York, Dennis. I was living in that Jersey City boarding house that you and Lisa stayed at. And I was trying Rogaine. And it was like little, like how you get those little droplets, like you suck it up and then put a few drops on your head. And at the time, Vine was really popular. You guys remember Vine, right?
Yeah.
Okay, and I'm so proud of my creative work here that I have to show off, but I can hear you guys just yawning.
Do you have this saved?
I might be able to find it. But all Vines were just about like little like teenagers and like their struggles. Be like, oh God, don't you hate when you're in class and like your teacher yells at you for dropping your pencil or whatever? And I remember I made a Vine that was, don't you hate it when you're in class and the teacher yells at you for putting on Rogaine?
That's kind of fun. That's actually really funny, Kevin.
Yeah, like it was I was really proud of that.
Did you get a lot of views on that?
I think I actually did pretty well on that one. Maybe
I wonder what well was on Vine back then, because things don't like explode like they do. That would be insane. To be like, holy shit, 10,000 people have seen this. That's 5 times my high school.
Yeah.
Now it's like we get only 10,000. That's shitty.
But and I do remember it being a lot of work to put that Rogaine on, and I only did it for like 3 weeks.
I do when I go to bed, and that's it. Like before I go to bed.
Let it soak in. Do you rinse it out, or do you?
No, you just put it on. You put it on, and then you go to bed. They say do it once to twice a day.
Is it greasy?
I'm sticking with one. No, doesn't feel like anything once it's on there. It's like foam that dissolves, so it's like water basically that just goes.
Can we get
you don't notice it?
A before.
Sarah's got a before picture. So
I can't wait to unleash that.
No, so I told her you can't tell anything. So that's the only time my hair looks the worst it's probably ever has right there. But it's only going to be in the back, so it doesn't really matter.
And
it doesn't grow the front.
Oh, you're not doing like
it doesn't really do that. I put it on there in hopes that it'll grow, but it's supposed to be just for the.
I've said this before. Rogaine will only prevent more loss. If you really want growth, you need to get on Propecia. And that's where the side effects come in.
Shut the fuck up.
It's the truth.
I'm not doing anything.
You need them both.
So doing one. Well, we'll see. We'll see. We'll see how it goes.
You're not going to get any growth from Rogaine. You're only going to stop.
I watched a video from like hair transplant guy giving a 1 to 10 on best things for like hair growth, and someone said like BOT, and he said 0, Rogaine 10, and then the other one did Rogaine, and he said 10. So I was like, all right, so this shit actually works. But then they said,
make sure to buy the Rogaine from the link below.
Put in the hashtag hair transplant guy for 25% off.
Well, I didn't think about that. I didn't think he's trying to sell me on anything, but it worked, I guess. The other thing, I just have the Nutrafol shampoo, which I think is the bigger scam out of everything because they just pump their things through podcasts. just like how AG1 did forever, and everyone thought that you had to drink AG1 green juice, but it's just bullshit.
Yeah.
There's actually. Did you guys ever watch that show Dave on FX with Little Dicky?
Yeah,
No.
season 1 was very funny.
It was a really good show. I hate the guy personally, but
Yeah.
he has one of the best bits that I've ever seen, and it's a clip of him at like Walgreens talking to an associate, and he's just like holding a bottle of like shampoo, conditioner, body wash all in one, and he's like, "How is this possible? How can it do all three things? How can it condition my hair, wash it, and then but wash my body at the same time?" And it's true though. Like at some point, like I can't believe that people are actually buying that stuff.
Well, maybe soap just does all that, and someone's like, let's change it into 3 different things and act like it all does something different.
Yeah, that one I'm like, it definitely. I feel like that's a reasonable one. It could do all of those. It's just soap.
Aren't I, as a hairless man, aren't shampoo and conditioner completely different
This
things?
guy's got a lot of thoughts on hair for a guy that doesn't have
No,
any.
that's why I ask, because I'm intrigued by other people's hair.
I don't use conditioner.
I don't either.
We can tell.
Whoa.
I don't
I
know.
don't-
Don't talk to Dennis about his hair. He's
What's
the
it-
most self-conscious, best hair out of all of us.
Based on people I know that have hair, there is a big difference between shampoo and conditioner.
Yeah, I guess
No,
one-
so you're walking down the street and you'd be like, he's using conditioner, and you're like, this guy, no, just
no,
shampoo.
I think it's a women thing where if you don't use conditioner, your hair gets frizzy and dry.
Yeah, but also women like need to eye roll their eyes with like metal things and like
Like a
put like
cartoon
face
character.
and put face masks on. And
I
think
know.
I think women
Lisa's
are just
like routine is like 20 minutes, and I actually get so annoyed because all I hear is like a glass hitting the table over and over again. Like, what is going on in there? And I don't even wash my face at night. So
No, I think women are just really bad victims of marketing. Like they really think they need the latest, greatest
think they got-
Stanley tumbler.
and they got fucked because they wore makeup, which is like just covering all your pores and just
Yeah.
giving you bad skin.
Okay, well let's get back.
Wait,
into
we have
wait,
a lot of. We are experts at a lot of
I
stuff we
have-
don't know anything about.
I had a joke I thought of when Owen set this topic.
I like stand-up hour. Let's
and
go.
I'm like, this has got to be a joke that someone's thought of before regarding Rogaine.
All right, say it.
And it's the Joe Rogaine Experience.
That's pretty funny. You can put that on Twitter, and I would like it a lot. I think that's good. I mean, I'm sure I can look that up on Twitter right now.
Yeah, but like that's a joke someone had to have done.
Well,
before.
that was kind of the problem. I was trying to figure out how to spell Rogaine to you guys, and it just kept going Rogan. Rogan. I'm like, I give up.
and it's
Whatever
so
it is.
much funnier because he's bald too.
I know.
If he, like, yeah, hang on, I can picture the meme.
If we
Okay,
find
Dennis,
out,
there
all right,
are-
Dennis, you know the best time to come up with that meme is when they tell us
Oh
That-
shit.
that Rogaine,
That's kind of what I was thinking of too.
that
Go ahead.
Rogaine doesn't work and it's fake all the time. Then you could say the Joe Rogaine Experience because he's bald and a picture of
Yeah.
him bald.
Yeah.
Yeah, there are hundreds and hundreds of tweets with that joke, Dennis.
Doesn't that suck? Doesn't
It
it Twitter
does.
suck
Some-
when you come up with something that you definitely thought of on your own and is relatively funny that someone else thinks about?
That's a great line from Mad Men. Like, I arrived at it independently. Like, I didn't steal it from somebody else.
Yeah.
Like you, but I do. Like, before I tweet a joke, I always like search Twitter to make sure I'm not the.
Oh, Kevin, let it fly. No one gives a shit. How
Yeah.
many followers do you have?
This is why I've only had 3 tweets in the past 6 months because I just can't come up with anything original.
It is annoying when someone's like, I've seen that one before, but
You arrived at it independently. Like, it
let,
wasn't,
let
yeah.
let it fly.
If you guys are talking in public and you say a joke that you might have read on Twitter or something like that, are you saying I read that on Twitter? That's not
Oh
mine.
yeah, depending on how much the laughing happens. If it's too much laughing, I'm like, I'm not taking credit for this.
Yeah.
I read that
We
because I
are-
don't want people to say
yeah.
like, listen to this joke you came up with, and someone else hears it and like, yeah, that he stole that.
We are really off schedule, but I think we
That's
should roll
fine.
with
This
it.
is-
I think
this
we
is
should
fun.
roll
For
with it.
Sinners is going to be just like 10 minutes. I
Yeah,
think.
I know.
Yeah.
I saw it 9 months ago, so I have like a joke in my arsenal that I use.
Oh,
Quite
Kevin didn't want to
often.
keep talking about this. He wanted to stop it so he could tell a joke.
No, because I don't think the punchline's gonna land.
If you
with
say the
guys.
Joe Rogan Experience, it's not going to work.
I have a joke in my arsenal that I'm saying it's like 7 for 7 or 8 for 8 until this weekend. So the joke is, remember when the Guardians were changing their name and nobody knew what the name was yet? Like
The Indians.
Indians were controversial. And I would always be like, did you guys hear what the Indians changed their name to? And I always say, the Cleveland Trannies. It would always get like a decent laugh.
That is pretty
funny.
But I wanted to resurrect it this weekend because I was at my trailer with my parents. Like we have a trailer by the lake, tiny home, and a couple of my aunts and uncles were there. So like 6 people over 70 or like around 7 years old, and they were talking about like, why do they got to change the name? You know, it's like Guardians isn't offensive, or Indians wasn't offensive. They could have done this. And I walked over and I was like, did you guys hear what the Kansas City Chiefs changed their name to? And they're like, they changed their name? I'm like, yeah, but they changed it to the Kansas City Trannies. And they were so confused. I had to go leave.
Oh, God.
I had to go leave for 20 minutes.
Because they believe it could actually be true.
They just didn't get the joke.
They're probably
just
like, what's a tranny?
It was just such a miss because I realized that joke only works with like a certain generation.
Yeah.
But speaking of me, I was at this trailer this weekend, and you guys have both been there, right?
Yeah.
Baypoint?
In high school. Yeah.
Yeah. It hasn't changed all that much, but it does have a certain demographic that is really unique. It's affluent hillbillies. Like it's not your typical hillbilly. It's like kind of like
You're
Kelly's
telling me a
Island.
trailer on the water is attracting
That-
hillbillies?
Kevin,
Affluent
that is very
hillbillies.
similar to how Kelly's Island is.
Yes. It's not like, it's not your typical hillbilly that's like terrible style, just completely out of touch with society. It is well off hillbillies. Like they afford a second home.
They were
And
they owned their own contractor business.
Exactly.
And,
Yeah. Like they can afford to go somewhere else on the weekends. They have disposable income. But I noticed a very unique body type because all these guys are shirtless and they all are. I can't even describe it because they're fat, fit guys.
Yeah.
They all have like amazing posture. They're like alphas, like former quarterbacks.
Kevin, there's a
You got
simple
this?
there's a simple word for it. Yeah. It's a beer belly. That's all
Yeah.
they got.
It's just like but all the muscle or all the fat is directed towards their belly.
Yeah.
It's true. Beer bellies do make perfect posture. If you want to fix your
it's like a
posture, I
good
feel like
balance.
you have to get a beer belly.
It's like they're very good at pushing all the fat to that one section of their body.
That's probably what it is.
Yeah, they're
'Cause
like really,
stand like a beer belly or like a guy with good posture but has a beer belly.
Yeah, it's like
you are really just pushing your stomach out.
Yeah, you're
Is all it
basically
is. Right.
you're pushing everything to that midsection. You're squeezing your butts. Like these guys are not like fat. They just have
No.
beer bellies. It's
if you
so
see them
weird.
from behind, they look fit, and then they go to turn the side, and they kind of look like they're pregnant almost.
Mhm.
And you're like,
And you're right
is
though.
that-
I think that is what it comes down to. Like,
I've always been kind of jealous of that, like guys that just get bellies, because I get it everywhere.
yeah, I do
Man
too. Like,
boobs,
yeah,
like the sides, my thighs.
the love handles.
Yeah, I'd rather almost just get a little belly, and everything else is like fine. You
No,
know?
I think the belly guys are like, man, I wish I could distribute some of this weight because I feel ridiculous with this huge stomach. I think
but
it's
better than
like
man boobs.
grass is greener on the other side when it comes to being
Would you rather
fat.
have that or man boobs?
Dude, just neither.
And
Okay.
And every one of those guys could kick my ass. I'll tell you.
But
that.
that over man boobs, yeah, I guess you'd want a gut. But I don't think that people with beer bellies don't have man boobs. They just have bigger guts
Oh,
than
true.
they do. So you can't tell.
All right. Well, shifting topics a little bit, I noticed that
Are we
body
gonna get in
type.
the movie?
What?
Are we gonna get into the movie?
I'm not interested. I will at the 45-minute mark.
Okay.
Okay. But there was one guy who, if you looked at, okay, so I was sitting at the bar naturally at like the tiki bar, reading a book or something, as one does on vacation.
Oh, where? A tiki, like an actual bar, or at your parents'?
Yeah, no, there's a tiki bar like in the complex.
Oh, that's sweet. That wasn't there when we were in high school.
No, it's so much cooler. It's great vibes.
Yeah, I'm
so I was
sure there's a
sitting
lot of. It's good people watching in that area.
amazing people watching.
Yeah.
And this is why I bring that up, because there was one guy across the wraparound bar who was wearing, he looked like a completely fit normal guy, like 6 foot, 180 pounds. And he was wearing a hat, a trucker hat that said Gulf of America, because it's no longer Gulf of Mexico, it's Gulf of America. And he was wearing a shirt that said, "This is my pride flag." And it was the American flag.
Oh,
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I get it.
And somebody yelled over the bar and said, "That's a great shirt."
Oh my God.
And that's that fucking guy's dream, and someone made it happen.
It really was. It was an amazing moment to witness. That's all that guy wanted. He wanted one shout out. But the reason I mentioned this guy is, so he looked like he was 6 foot, 180 pounds from the bar angle that I was looking at him at, but he had the most pear-shaped body I've ever seen.
Oof.
Where like everything below his chest was just like pure.
He had a
That's
fat
the-
ass.
Yeah,
That's the worst fit for a guy.
yeah.
Lower body fat, where it's all legs to your gut.
I would guess that guy was wearing a triple XL and probably weighed 280 pounds.
Wait,
Oh wow.
he's triple XL, but you saw from the top that he looked
From
like he was
from the
180.
shoulder up, he looked completely fit.
How high is this bar? Shoulder up.
It was
Why
like
is it?
it was like a taller bar. It was like it has like tall bar seating.
If I saw this guy and I could only see his shoulders and heads, I'd be like, "Damn, this guy is short as fuck."
Let me clarify. He was not. I was not acknowledged. I was like optically. I saw his stupid hat with Gulf of America, and I was focused on like this section of his body. But then like I naturally like slowly started to look at this section. I was like, holy shit, this guy is fat.
Kevin, I'm picturing this guy right here.
It's
when
just
you
gonna be
talk about
him.
this. This is the type of body I'm thinking of.
Okay, so we're looking
Chris
at Chris Christie in an NYPD. It's close, but
No.
I feel like this guy, the guy I was looking at, had stronger shoulders. Like he
Yeah,
wasn't
this
like
Chris
so.
Christie just looks like the guy from Jimmy Neutron, his friend.
Yeah, Carl.
Yeah, I think so. I think that's his name. The redhead
I just
one.
watched Jimmy Neutron like last week. Carl. No, but this type of body, you never know where to put the belt. This is the issue with this body type. Do you go over the belly, like by the belly button, or do you go below the pouch?
I think that's his problem. I think that's why it's so noticeable for him, because 90% of guys, they go below the gut
Yeah,
and they strap it that way.
that's
He
like fupa.
pulled it over.
We're looking at a picture
He's
of Chris
carrying it
Christie,
like he's carrying it like he's holding on to an egg. Like
and he's
strapped
wearing
an egg
white
to
pants.
himself.
It's pulled as high as the pants can
He's
go.
got a camel
You can
toe.
see his tiny little dick. It's the worst outfit he could ever pick. This guy has no self-awareness.
That's what you get for being a politician. They're fucking weird.
And this has to do with sinners. We'll somehow relate it to this. It's all going to come back. So remember what we're saying, all right?
Wait, does this really relate to sinners?
No.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, I have a couple more topics I got to rush through, but we just showed a picture of Chris Christie throwing a baseball or like being at a baseball game, and I have been betting on home runs recently, which is really fun. Dennis, I know you're a bit of a gambler. Betting on home runs is such quick money. Like you bet $1 and then all of a sudden you hear it. And so I started listening to baseball on my Sirius XM.
Oh,
Because-
really?
Yeah, and I never thought I would enjoy it, but hearing that crack of the bat on Sirius XM is one of the greatest rushes you can ever feel.
It does sound nice.
Yeah.
It is. Like there's so much stupid chatter. You hear like, oh, there's this guy. He doesn't want to play in the All-Star game this year, but oh, there he goes. Oh, swing and a miss. And it's like baseball is like built for the radio. It is such a great audio experience.
I think you're right, because there's so much downtime. It's like
it doesn't translate well to video.
Yeah.
It's perfect. Like I would go walk and just listen to it. I'm now a Mets fan. I decided I'm a Mets fan.
That sounds so relaxing, actually. Now thinking about it, it's like if I could just listen to just baseball. You're doing this in your free time. I guess I missed that whole part. That is a great way to pass time.
No, you know what? I'd even call it America's pastime.
Fuck! You need that on a shirt.
All right, Kevin, go to Twitter. Let's see if anyone saw that.
No, but so I'll put a home run bet on Juan Soto for the Mets, who I love because he left the Yankees and went to the other New York team. And I'll just
Yankees players, they could have.
I was so ready for this cool take.
Beards now.
But
So,
no, like
but-
I'll just bet on a home run. It costs $1. Maybe I win, and maybe the guy hits a home run, and I'll just walk for 40 minutes and listen to baseball. I can't tell you how enjoyable it is. It's
Kevin, every time you make a bet, I get a notification on my phone because we're like in a group. So you're making like at least 2 bets a day.
I really don't lose that much money because I only bet like $1 or like a 50
That's
cents.
the problem. I really don't lose too much money. So you're admitting that. You're
Are
not
you
getting
tailing
much.
any?
No, I haven't bet since I think one Cavs playoff game I bet. But
Oh, dude, you got to try a home run bet. They're kind of fun.
yeah.
And I'm really like I think if you looked at my net on DraftKings, I'm still in the positives. Mainly because I won an $800 bet last year, but
yeah.
I'm still in the positives. Damn,
Okay.
Dennis, I'm like self-conscious because of that betting.
No. I believe you.
keep
You
pushing
showed me
back.
what you bet before, and it was like
Yeah.
pennies sometimes.
Yeah. Okay, let's talk about fireworks.
Oh wow, we're gonna talk about that. Okay, this is not as
I
good
know.
as
I'm like, damn, let's get to
This is not
sinners.
as good
You
as
said this
Sinners.
as a topic.
All right,
I could talk about fireworks too, Dennis. So
Okay.
go on.
So I saw fireworks, like a show, and you set up your lawn chair, you sit out there, you watch it, and this is gonna be such an old take that so many people have made. Why
Let's
do
hear
people
it. They're
take
too
pictures
loud?
of fireworks?
Oh,
Why?
Oh, that's kind of funny.
No, but some lady next to me, every single fireworks, she was taking like 3 photos, do, and then another fireworks, do, not even watching it. And then her
That
husband
is a
was-
ridiculous concept.
her husband was like live streaming it on Facebook. So she's on her phone, he's on his phone.
The
entire
whole point
show.
of fireworks is to live in the moment, enjoy summer weather, enjoy the night sky,
Yeah.
and like look at these things blast in the sky. Like there's no reason to take pictures of it.
No. And have you ever seen a good photo of fireworks? You're like, oh wow, that's sweet. The only time I've ever seen a cool video is when all
Somebody's
these
getting their hand
whole
blown
fireworks,
off.
yeah, that
Yeah,
and like
the-
a whole fireworks show one off
Warehouse.
at one time.
or yeah, I was gonna say like a warehouse blows up that is making
Oh yeah,
fireworks. That's the best.
The warehouse is made from fireworks. Like all the structure is fireworks.
yes.
Good,
That's a
Good
bad-
one, Kevin.
That's a bad idea. You should use like steel.
Yeah, and it's just like a normal warehouse that produces like couches, but they built it with fireworks.
Built with
Yeah, there's
fireworks.
one really big wick that's coming straight down from the ceiling, and it says "Do not light me."
Yes. But no, Dennis, this goes hand in hand.
No smoking.
This goes
Fuck
hand in
that.
This goes hand in hand with me. Like, I think part of the fun of listening to baseball is just like
Oh my God, this-
it feels like summer. Like you just hear the noises, and the noises just feel like
Yeah.
summer. And fireworks feels like summer, is what I was trying to say.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Enjoy the moment. Don't pull out your damn phone.
I thought you said, "Don't pull out your dicks."
Don't
Don't do that either at
Yeah.
fireworks.
That's also bad behavior.
All right, let's
That's
get
it.
into
That's all you got to. Okay, let's
Yeah.
talk about sin.
Let's get into Sinners. And are we doing spoilers on this? So if you haven't heard, listen to it.
Yeah, we're gonna talk spoilers. So if
We're
you
talking
haven't heard
spoilers.
Sinners,
This
you
is-
could end the pod now because that's all we
Yes.
got.
That's a good idea.
I think
Put
that's
this
great.
at the end.
Yeah.
And we could talk spoilers.
That's what
Okay.
I'm talking. Like we are okay, everybody. We are now talking Sinners. Ryan Coogler, the director, Michael B. Jordan, Haley Steinfeld, who's now married to my favorite football player, Josh Allen. I saw it 4 months ago in theaters, and I think it was a masterpiece. Probably the greatest movie I've seen since Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. What do you guys think? Dennis, you can start.
I agree that it's probably the best movie I've seen since Dune 2 out of all the movies. And it was very surprising because I didn't really see any trailers for it. I just kind of knew the whole vampire thing. I didn't know how it was going to happen. I had no idea it had music in it, and it was like about music or anything like that.
Let's pause it there. Owen, you are a notorious music hater in movies.
So
Were you able to get
I
past
recall,
it?
I recall texting you about this when you first saw it, and you said it is a masterpiece. Quote. And at work, another guy that I trust with movies, he told me, "Owen, you're gonna hate this movie because there's like musical aspect." And I said, "What? What do you mean?" And he couldn't really explain it, and I don't think I could really explain the musical aspect.
And I couldn't
It was-
either at the time.
It was good. That didn't bug me at all. So
It
there's
was not
part of
singing
it
and
where it's
dancing.
transcending music throughout time. I was like, this is kind of stupid. I was like,
Yeah.
what's going on in this movie? And they didn't really circle back to that at all until the very end when they show the guy that made it out ended up being like a jazz musician or whatever he was.
This is my question because I feel like there's a lot to interpret in this movie, and so I kind of wanted to hear Owen's take on what the movie was about, and then all of our different takes. Let's start with
I have a
Owen.
lot though. I saw this movie again 4 months ago, so I've like done the research. So
Okay.
Okay.
I
I
don't wanna
had
ruin
no
it.
clue what what it was going to be about. Didn't know there was anything with vampires in it. I thought this was going to be just like a 1920s like alcohol smuggling movie, which it wasn't. It was in the 30s.
You thought it was going to be
Okay.
like that show on HBO.
yeah, basically
Boardwalk
like that.
Empire.
Yeah, Boardwalk Empire, but with Michael B. Jordan.
Can I pause you there to just say that I hated Michael B. Jordan before this movie, and now he's in my top 5 favorite
Interesting. Why did you hate Michael B. Jordan? I don't think I've had a thought about him, but
Because he put on he was the kid from The Wire, and then he put on a lot of muscle, and they like kind of typecasted him into like just he's the really handsome black kid with muscles, and I thought that was all he could do. And then I saw this movie, and he was so captivating on screen. I couldn't look away. And I hate when people play two characters, but I genuinely thought there were two Michael B. Jordans in this movie.
I agree. Where I thought it was a different actor, and then I looked it up
I
because they
did
kind of
too.
looked a little different. And
I agree.
Kevin, the one thing about Michael B. Jordan that I noticed, he was just playing Jamie Foxx in Django. That's what I felt
That's
like.
a good point. Yeah.
It was the same character. Like you could have put Jamie Foxx in this role, and
But
it
I
would have
think
been
you
good.
could also just be
Mm.
saying that all black men in the 19 or slavery South all just act the same. Is that what you're
I
saying,
think
Dennis?
that-
No, I'm not.
I
Oh, you're
think
sure
that he
that's not what
played
you're
a.
saying?
I don't agree with Dennis. I think that he played a different actor, but there's definitely similarities. I really liked Michael B. Jordan.
But I guess it's maybe their characters were very similar too, especially the ending where he basically the Ku Klux Klan he
sure, yeah,
shoots
just
them all.
That
Yeah.
that was true.
I loved the drunk musician. He was my favorite character.
Kevin,
Drunk music.
I feel like the one character when I heard him talk, I'm like, oh, this is why Kevin's gonna like this movie. The main guy that sings like, look, it was kind of where he's got the
Yeah.
deep voice. Did
Yeah,
you
they
like that
stole
guy's
that
voice?
from Elvis. They stole that from Elvis. That kind of the music originates
Yeah.
from Elvis, and
Yeah.
yeah, they all stole.
Maybe that's
that.
the theme of the movie. Like this culture is just a vampire on the black culture. And
No, that's
stealing
that
yeah.
is what the movie's about. Essentially, it is about like. So I also
soul sucking out black music.
and
Yeah.
not even black because like I actually read this part. So
I
don't
know.
sound
Can I
like-
interrupt you?
Shit,
Like
shut up.
Irish,
like the Irish culture? Yeah,
yeah, like people stole the Irish music. Like it's all just about, and it's also there's a lot about. So there's also an interesting backstory about the director Ryan Coogler. He technically owns the rights to this movie, which I guess a lot of people don't get. Like the studios end up getting it, so he did not have to like sell this movie to the studio. Like he ends up getting to own it eventually.
Oh, I see. So he could distribute it
Yes,
years from now, however he wants. It's not going to be like locked away.
exactly, to Warner Brothers.
When you see a
Say
cop,
it. As soon as you said it, Kevin.
But yes, he technically. So it's all about like his own creative process, and I was fascinated because he like is interested in Irish culture, and I would argue the best scene in that movie was that fucking Irish dance scene. I listen to that song all the fucking time.
oh, I've been
On
listening.
the road to Dublin.
Yeah, that was good.
So good.
I've been
Dude,
listening to
the best. I feel like the best first song was when, or in my opinion, is when someone went to see them while they were sitting outside. Was it that song?
the
I don't know.
Jaybird, where it said,
Fuck.
"Didn't that I picking that Robin clean? Didn't that Jaybird cry?"
Oh,
When I was
I like
picking that
that.
Robert
No,
Clean.
it wasn't. That was too up. That sounds too fast. I feel like this song was very calm.
The scene when they first roll up and they're like, "We just want to play music here and drink, sir.
Oh
Please
yeah,
let us in." That one,
white,
Yeah.
the white people.
yeah.
As soon I knew it was a vampire movie after that, and I was like, "This reminds me of From too much."
That's and
Yeah.
when they were
You're right.
when the bodyguard was trying to get in, or not the bodyguard, the bouncer was trying to get in, but they wouldn't let him because he can't come in unless he's invited.
Cornbread.
I could not stop thinking about From, which
Yeah,
I've only seen 45 minutes of.
That's basically what the show's about. It's like, they can't come in.
I think it just did such a good job of like kind of taking this folklore of this like vampire and just making it so much more interesting. And like, the way they related, like, oh, that's not a vampire. That's a what did they keep calling it?
Hala or Hasa or something.
Yeah, but they're just like, that's not a vampire. Oh, that's a vampire. It was just like, it just took like history and made it really interesting.
I loved how generic the vampires were too. Like everything you know about they can't go in the sun. They can't garlic. Like whatever wooden stake to the heart kills them. It was all just the generic stuff. But it was like if this movie was marketed as a vampire movie, and like I probably wouldn't have watched it. But
Absolutely
the fact that they kind of hit it makes it so much better.
Yeah, I had no clue. And then after I watched, I was like, oh, this is fucking weird. It's a vampire movie. But I ended it and I was like, I need to wait and decide if I like this movie until the following day. Because I feel like
what's
it'd
the
creep
verdict?
up. I think I like the movie.
Okay.
Wow,
Did you
for
like
a
the
musical,
singing?
I'm impressed. I love
Not
it.
This is not a musical.
It has music in it. It's almost like a Bob Dylan biography type movie.
Yeah. Musicals are way different where everyone's singing the same song. They're dancing on top of a car.
They're not breaking
choreography.
character or like breaking the fourth wall. It's just like naturally. I agree. No, I fucking love this movie. Dennis, what did you think? I think it's a 9.5
really good.
out of 10.
That's what I was going to say. I've already listened to the soundtrack today like 3 times for it.
Why'd they give Michael B. Jordan the ugly wife?
I was going to ask that same thing.
I thought that was a mom, like
that was
old, like...
so unbelievable. When they started fucking, I thought it was his mom, and I was so confused.
Yeah, I was confused too because I had my phone for a little bit.
It was that was a bad.
That's like whoa.
That was a bad example of like being woke. Like you can't have the most handsome black actor in Hollywood dating a 7. Like it just isn't believable.
Or his other girl was that was
a different character. Was Haley Steinfeld.
And that was the other girl, the other one, right?
And even she, like, I don't find her all that attractive.
No, but Michael B. Jordan was with her too.
But those are 2 different characters.
Yeah, but it's the same actor.
Okay.
That doesn't. Oh my gosh, it's two different people in the movie.
I know, but you said I don't know why Michael B. Jordan was with the ugly one.
You're right. We did just call him Michael B. Okay, Michael.
Okay,
B.
well,
Jordan
the Michael
won.
B. Jordan, Michael B. Jordan 1 was with a girl that was completely out of his league and was risking his life for a girl that was completely out of his league.
She put a spell on him. She was all about like the spells and
put
potions.
A spell on you, 'cause you're mine.
And then she claims that the baby died and the baby's waiting for them. I think that she had ulterior
motives.
There we go.
Okay, I have one more topic for you guys. So we're in on Sinners.
You almost said that like Obama for a second.
Ulterior motives.
Go ahead.
I got one more topic for you guys.
Oh, we're done with Sinners?
I'm done with Sinners.
Oh, I mean,
what more do you got?
What was your final rating?
Me? I give it 7.5.
What's a 9.5 for you? I want to hear.
What you think it should go higher than that? That's a really good rating.
I know. I just rewatched Pulp Fiction and I give that a 10 out of 10.
Okay,
you think
Pulp Fiction?
You think
this is Sinners?
You think it's 2.5 points away from? What do you give Pulp Fiction?
What's it? I want to hear.
Yeah, I give like Pulp Fiction 9 out of 10.
What's a 10? What's a 10 out of 10?
Place Beyond the Pines.
Yeah, Place Beyond the Pines. That's 10 out of 10.
Don't give him the answers, Kevin.
Well, that's that Forrest Gump.
Oh, yeah.
Drive.
God,
those are all 10 out of 10 movies in my opinion. And then
Dune.
Dune, like the Dune series so far, like I really like those. So
the fact that this isn't even scratching the surface of those makes me mad. This movie should be along with Dune.
Of Drive.
What? No.
This
it was
movie
good.
was
it wasn't that
amazing.
good. I don't like I was gonna say the fairy tale-ness of it, but Dune is definitely not real either. But it's set in the future. And it's way different.
It could be real.
More real than the vampires.
Another joke that I like
I
to do
was
in
excited
real life.
to have a 1920s or around that type of period movie where it's just normal life. I didn't like No, it's not. That's fun. Kevin, you in your underwear? What's going on?
No, I want to show you because I love making fun of Dune. I'm going to take my headphones off for a second because I love doing this. I love making fun of the sandworm walk where they go.
This looks like you're tiptoeing.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Yeah, we know what you're talking
It
about.
looks
It's
like you're
so-
tiptoeing.
It's so fucking stupid, and I'm supposed to believe that is cooler than vampires.
I actually thought it was cool. So
Yeah.
Really?
Sorry, Kevin, you asked me what a 10 out of 10 is. I gave you an answer. You disagree with me, so it's fine. We don't have the same taste in movies.
Okay, I have one more topic. I figured out golf.
okay.
You guys want to know how to do it?
Yes.
Okay, I golfed with George today. We played that same par 3. I shot a 32 on 9 holes. It's a par 3.
Wow. Oh
It's a
wow.
par
So
3.
you're only 5 over par.
I was on pace for shooting a 28, and then I blew up on 1 hole because I figured out golf. And
What is it?
it's the
That
urinal.
ball in the hole.
It's the urinal method. So you have, when you're getting ready to swing, you have to pretend like you're at a urinal. I don't really have the language figured
Okay,
out for
so
this yet.
you're standing there. There's a guy next to you, so you're like,
Yes,
"Oh,
yes,
fuck, I'm
yes,
not
yes.
gonna pee because I'm pee shy right now." So I'm just like, I'm gonna get
No,
nervous.
the guy next to
and
you
you're
part
like,
is important.
I kind of have to make my dick look a little big just in
Yeah,
case
This
someone
guy's
glances over.
peeing a lot, and it's like, oh crap! I hope my stream goes too, and
So
I
the
hope
key
I don't go
to golf
shorter than
is
him.
you need to make the club an extension of your penis. The club needs to be your penis. So step 1 is you need to fuck that little hole that's at the top of the club. Like
You
you
didn't
need
even
to
get so aggressive. I liked it until you started getting weird.
No,
about it.
because you have
Just
to.
I get
No,
the
this is something you
extension of
have
the
to
penis.
do.
So you
It's
have
not
to.
being funny.
So yeah, I'm not being funny. I'm not doing a bit. You have to squeeze your butt cheeks and make your center of gravity like you are fucking that little hole at the top of the golf club. Okay? I'm being
You're
serious,
sick.
you guys.
You're a sick man.
No. So picture
Okay.
this. Like Dennis Owen, stand up and do it.
No,
So
I
like,
got it.
So you
I'm
have
not gonna fuck a little hole for you, Kevin.
Sorry, did you get that on camera too?
So
Nice
you have,
try.
but okay. So now picture that you're at the tee box, squeeze your butt cheeks, and make that the club an extension of your penis. Okay, all right. So now you are owning this club. Step 2 is you just swing that your penis from side to side of the urinal.
Okay.
This is so
Butt
much
cheeks
thought.
clenched.
Yeah, butt
Yeah.
cheeks clench, and just like
It's like
Like-
you're holding in a fart.
yeah, exactly, and like going from side to side, just keeping it in line. Okay, so you're using your lower abdominal muscles, and then the last step is don't go peeking at other people's dicks. Keep your head straight down at your target. All you are worried
This
about
is
is
good.
your dick. And so so at the end of the day, all you're doing is I'm going to show you guys. You're using these muscles right here, and you're just
So Kevin brought out someone. He's gonna show us.
you're just shooting left to right with your
That looks like a terrible golf swing. Your hips have so much rotation in them, Kevin.
All right, well, I shot a 32.
That's fine. I shot on a par 3. I played +1 one time.
But
I
yeah,
didn't do that.
I don't
Oh,
know.
was with that.
It works for me really well. That's
yeah,
all I'm saying.
that's good though. That's impressive. I don't think I could shoot that right now unless I was on point.
No, and I'm not saying I'm a great golfer, but it just helps me get my center of gravity towards my hips, which is the key.
That is funny because that's going to be like your calming factor. Like, all right, where are we? What are we doing?
Yeah, I'm at the urinal. I'm at the urinal.
Fuck the
I'm
club,
looking
fuck
down
the
at my
club.
dick.
Fuck the hole,
Yeah.
clench the cheeks.
I agree
do
with
what
you.
do.
Owen.
Come on, just hit it
Wave your
good.
dick.
I agree. It's
Don't go
probably not.
peeking.
It's probably not the perfect solution to golf, but it really has helped me find a safe space at the tee box. It's just you're at the urinal, your butt is clenched, the dick is going right to left, and you're not looking up or looking down or anybody around. You're just doing your thing, and it works. It works for me really
I'm
well.
gonna try that next time.
You guys got anything else about sinners?
No,
Back to singers.